Today is 31st of January 2019. Market open positive, and after the initial hour bull, market was actually stuck in the trend range, up 15 points to close at 3190 with above average volume. Now the volume is actually quite high. We do generally expect a wider range. Now this being the case, this is a sign of weakness, so we got to be careful. Now this happened after the severe sell down, followed by a throwback, and this is the second downward swing. We are just hovering below the 3,200, so it's quite significant that we actually trade above that and eventually challenge this resistance. This appeared to be quite significant. It was tested on the 3 occasions here, about 3,220, and eventually challenged this high here of 3,250. Immediate support is at this level here, the recent pivot low 3,153. Alright, now this downward swing coincide with a 200 days moving average. So we'd like to actually see whether market can actually challenge again this 200 days moving average. So this was what happens. You actually reject the 200 days 200, and actually then we are experiencing this downwards retracement. Alright. If you take a look at the hourly charts, this is what happens today. After the initial move, markets are generally stuck in the trailing range. Alright, and it's listless, and what dominates today is actually REITs. Now we'll discuss the other stocks first. This is Jaffa. We have discussed these stocks for several months. Over here we have a very nice breakout. It actually was quite convincing. It actually has a gap here. And over here again we see this rejection of the high, but today managed to actually trade significantly above the previous close with increased volume, so we'd like to see a follow through from here. This is Hong Leong Asia. Very nice breakout today after 4 days of pullback, low volume pullback. Like to see a follow through. Just be mindful of this resistance here at about 61, 615, 62. Yangzijiang. Now after a period of consolidations, stock managed to actually break on the upside. Today trade inside there. Notice actually the reversibles was accompanying high volume. This is something we generally do not like to see. We prefer a low volume. Nevertheless, it's still considered strong. The inside bars are trading near the tops. I would like to actually observe the next few sessions and eventually take out this high here of 142. This is Olam. After a run up to a series of sideways bar here. Alright, 3 sideways bars. This is a contraction setup. Look for a break above 188. SGX, we discussed in the previous videos, a very nice run. Alright, very obvious trust patterns. Today actually trade X dividends, so generally this is actually positive. I would like to see take out this recent high here of 765. Technically with the dividends, this will have been taken out. If you add back the dividends, time average, this is a very strong rally and usually non-sustaining, and right now it's actually trading a channel, closing up the daylights. Notice actually it start to actually lose its momentums. It may well go to a trading range. Notice this is a series of overlapping bars. This is a big deposit, 2 bar comeback high here. It's 75 cents. Now we just have to actually watch closely because I'll prefer the stocks to actually continue to consolidate before breaking out to the upside. We also discussed Rex. Here we have very nice trust breakout, and notice very high volume followed by a reversal bar over here, and the next 2 days itself we see low volumes inside there. So generally healthy. If the stock can continue to trade sideways, that will be generally good, and eventually we like to see the stock take out the high here of 0.099. Now 10 cent will be a resistance, psychological resistance, so we just have to be guarded when you approach that reason. Property stocks, the slightly stronger one is actually CDL. Alright, notice actually managed to break high today. If you miss this, look for pullback, look for a new setup. Hong Kong Land similarly managed to actually make a high. Look for pullback and look for a new setup. Now manufacturing stocks, ventures kept up but didn't hold well. Notice actually this was a resistance that was actually challenged yesterday, and today actually gap up, but this gap was actually covered. It coincides with this high volume bar here, if you notice. Alright, so there's a lot of trap buyer over here. So again, here we like to see how we turn up, to look for pullback and look for setups to go long. AEN had a very strong move the day before. Again, there's quite similar patterns to ventures with the bonding gap that actually failed, the high volumes. Again, we don't see how it turn out. If we can trade sideways with low volume, they'll be healthy, and we look for a break on the upside. Singpost currently trading very narrow range bar after the run. So it's actually trading very tightly. Like to see the break above this high here of 995. Now remember, $1 is a psychological resistance. Silver Lake. Now Silver Lake had an extremely strong move of late. After a period of consolidation, managed to actually break on the upside to be very high volume. The fact that today actually make a high with lower volume is likely to pull back. It is also approaching this resistance here, so we just have to be careful. Now we like to actually ride on these momentums. So during the pullback, look for setups to go long. Now mentions that today's market is actually dominated by REITs. Now usually we do not trade REITs because it tend to be sluggish unless there's a catalyst. Now the Fed has actually changed its tone, so it actually right now is driving the markets. And we notice this is CDL Hospitality Trust, very strong move. Today you notice it actually kept up. Look for pullback and we can look for setup. Now the characteristics may change if there is a catalyst, and this has happened in the past. For example, in 2012, where all the REITs actually rally, so it's become tradable. Otherwise, REITs usually look like this with a lot of overlapping bar, but this characteristic appear to be somewhat changed. Alright, so we like to ride on this momentum. So this is CDL Hospitality Trust. This is Far East Hospitality Trust. We notice actually similarly we have very strong upward move with increased volume. We also see that in UOE. So perhaps we can actually look for setup during the pullbacks and take the opportunity to trade this. And some of the REITs has actually made all-time high. Example is Maple Commercial. Now this is Capital Retail Channel Trust. Again, very strong move today. Alright, so most of the REITs actually moved today, so we will just have to trade a stronger one. Now let's turn our attentions to the banks itself. Now mentioned that actually bank is a sector we should avoid right now. This is UOB. We notice after rejecting the high, actually it has a very strong downward swing followed by a mild throwback, and today it trade a reversal bar with increased volume, so it may well move downwards some more. So we just avoid them. Trading the small cap and mid cap would have better chance. DBS, similarly, sign of weakness. You can see the trust pause and it break on the downside. So at this point in time, we should just leave the back alone. This is OCBC. Alright, after that drops, basically stuck in the trading range. This is a flat pattern. It may well break on the downside. So right now banks is experiencing sell down, so we just leave it alone, and it's not advisable to actually short at these moments when market sentiments appear to be more positive. In particular in US, we see very strong rally. Alright, so right now let's just focus on the small and mid cap stocks as we discussed in this video.